All right, guys, it is Tuesday, which means it's time for us to talk about what is opening this week, being brought to you by our good friends at AMC Theaters. We got a number of films opening, but we're going to focus in on one in particular today. Ashley, which one is that?
The Girl on the Train.
Woo!
Commuter Rachel Watson, Emily Blunt, catches daily glimpses of a seemingly perfect couple, Scott and Megan, from the window of her train. One day, Watson witnesses something shocking unfold in the backyard of the stranger's home. Rachel tells the authorities what she thinks she saw after learning that Megan is now missing and feared dead. Unable to trust her own memory, the troubled woman begins her own investigation while police suspect that Rachel may have crossed a dangerous line.
You know, I have been psychotically excited about this movie. It's just, first of all, you have Tate Taylor directing it. I believe it was Tate Taylor who directed it. And I am a big fan of Tate Taylor. I think his last number of films, I think have just crushed him. I've been really impressed with how he handles characters in his films, and this looks like a character kind of driven movie. And I'm not going to go into a full review on the movie at all. I'm just going to say I myself was kind of disappointed. I did not get into the film. I found that by the time the film was doing things that was getting me kind of drawn in, we were already getting into the third act. And by that point, you're already kind of mentally checked out. So, I mean, I did not hate the movie at all, but it's just for me with the expectation levels I had going in, especially considering the talent in this movie. I love Luke Evans, I love Emily Blunt, and I love the director. But it just didn't work for me personally. So anyway, that's my Jeremy. You saw it last night. What did you think?
I did, and I'm like you, keeping it tight-lipped for the sake of saving it for my own review. I didn't hate the movie. It's definitely a long haul of a movie, but I agree. The movie does have problems. Emily Blunt is good in the movie for sure.
Actually, she really is.
Yeah. I mean, she does bring it. You can tell you're like, oh, this is like one of those going for the Oscar kind of moments. But I'm looking forward to Christian's review because I feel like that's going to be more entertaining.
Well, speaking of Christian,
we went with our buddy Mark last night, not this guy, and I'm sitting next to him, and I said to him, I wasn't sure he wanted to be there. I was like, no, this is gonna be really good. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a very good movie. And he left about 15 minutes in because he had plans. And about 25 minutes, I was jealous of him. Yeah. It is way too long. It is a movie to me that is trying so hard to be Gone Girl, and it's dopey. It's a dopey movie.
wow.
That's all I got.
Mark.
You know, John, as novel adaptations go, sometimes you get Jaws, and sometimes you get 50 Shades of Grey. As Emily Blunt movies go, sometimes you get Edge of Tomorrow, and sometimes you get Huntsman Winter's War. This movie's in between those two films.
That's a very nice way to put it.
That's all I'm gonna say.
No.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a film. This is one of those movies that I was watching because I've never read the book, but I remember watching the movie thinking, I bet this plays really well as a novel.
Right.
Like I just sitting there thinking, the story, the way it's laid out in novel form, this probably really works. Just didn't quite click with me.
See, I remember watching it last night and being like, I can't imagine the novel is this bad.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Well, Wendy,
who would keep reading it?
Wendy saw it, read the book and saw it, and said that it didn't hold up to the book at all.
Right.
Which is normally the case, but it really didn't hold up.
But I believe Wendy said she actually kind of enjoyed it. I think she said, you did say it kind of worked for you, right, Wendy?
Kind of, but I'm disappointed.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
actually, that seems to be the feeling around the table.